Hello, hi everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. Here we are. Hi everybody. Thank you all for being here. Hi. Yeah, we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about some stuff today, like we always do. We always talk about stuff, right? Um Over the weekend, I had a great weekend. I hung out with family. I saw Giorgio. He came to visit. Sorry, this thing is like crooked. I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. Um, yeah, I hung out with Giorgio, hung out with our boys, and yeah, it was really fun. So, I've been getting some messages about this whole True Clear Media, Jamie Thomas situation. I did put a post on my community page about it a couple days ago. Got a lot of feedback. I've had a lot of screenshots sent to me, a lot of I guess, testimonies. I've talked to one of her former friends on here, not in real life, because I don't really believe in that. We'll talk about that too. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, guys. And I want to take you through it because I think it's important for us to know about. I think it's important for us to be warned as usual and to make up our own minds based on the 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 screenshots and everything I'm going to show you, the receipts that I'm going to show you, and some of the things that I've learned about this whole situation. Okay, so if you're new to my channel or to this whole space, I'll give you a very quick rundown. So I came into this space as a cult survivor of a former cult, Pentecostal cult, and I really felt a chip with a lot of ex-Scientologists because it's very similar. Cults are very similar. And then I got to know many of you, and many of you are trauma survivors, whether it be from a cult, a family cult, a religious cult, a non-religious cult, a abusive relationship. We all have so much in common. And so here we are, and some stuff has happened, and there is a group of trolls. I think some of them are well-meaning, some of them aren't. Some of them are very nasty and cynical and even maniacal and narcissistic and whatever. I don't diagnose people, but there are some very concerning behaviors. And when it goes over into the realm of in real life, I mean, I've had things said about me and I just kind of like whatever. I mean, everybody that knows me knows it's not true, right? I did not torture my children. I'm not a terrible abuser. What else is said about me? Whatever. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not a NAZ, you know what, sympathizer. It's just anyone that knows me knows that's absolutely ridiculous. But there are some things that are happening. They're absolutely disgusting and scary and need to be warned, warn people. So when it crosses into the realm of going behind someone's back that you are mad at, right? And going to their families and giving them messages and harassment and going to law enforcement and CPS and all that unwarranted bullshit, that is where it just gets really disgusting. So I want to take you through this. There's a lot to present, and then I want to have your input on it. And yeah, I've got some stuff to show you. Okay, so where do I start? So I talked to a person who has a channel. She has what? Why do we think we don't like you? Is her channel. She goes by Blossom. I know who she is. I've talked to her a few times. I talked to her at length over the weekend, and we don't agree on some things. She's done some videos about me. um, she, out of goodness of her heart, she has taken those down. But yeah, I think that she means well. And I think I've gotten to know her enough to realize that yeah, she's a troll, she's a self-proclaimed troll, but she's pretty lovable troll. And it's very hard for me not to like her, right? So with that said, um she showed me some things, told me some things that have happened to her recently. And um she's a survivor of a lot of things, of a cult, of a lot of personal challenges, physical challenges, and I I can see where she's coming from. in a lot of ways. We don't agree on Aaron. We don't agree on some things. We don't even agree on Lindsay. But at the same time, I understand where people are coming from, and I don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I am who I am, and I don't always agree with anybody, and everybody, right? So let me I'll show you some things. Okay. I was sent a screenshot of a post that was put on Reddit regarding 4 subreddits. And these subreddits, I believe the thing that I'm going to show you was from the Unrelatable Reese subreddit. And that was started by Jamie Thomas, aka True Clear Media, aka True Clear Media TCM 1 and 2. What else? Blue Ridge Speaks. She goes by Jamie Thomas, and also Anne Francis on Facebook. So if you get some nasty message from an Anne Francis, know that that's her. Okay, especially if you're a creator that she doesn't like. So, yeah. And by the way, I came up with a little ditty today. 1 second. I'd make them really short so I don't get copyrighted. But 1 sec. Okay. So here we go, guys. Ready? Here's a story of a troll named Jamie who has very many sock counts of her own. True Clear Media TCM 1 and 2, and Francis and Blue Ridge Speaks. So there's your little ditty for the day. Shut up, George. He's laughing at me. Yeah. So she was kicked out of the Reddit Unvarnished. I'm just saying what I've been told, because I hate Reddit. I'm not in there. I don't go in there. I don't want to know what they think of me. I don't really give a crap what they think of me. So this is what I've gathered, and I did kind of like look to confirm a lot of it. But she was kicked out of Unvarnished because I guess she was talking crap about the admins, the PTS Discord, which we know a lot about that. Many of us do. They're in there and all that. They got rid of her. Okay. Well, now she's kind of weaseled her way back in. But meanwhile, she decided to start all her own little kingdoms. And she has 4 subreddits that she controls. So if any of you are or were, because she's kicked people out of at least the Unrelatable Reese one, which I'll show you that situation. If you're in any of those, just know that this person is the one that's controlling it. Okay. So they are as follows: Unrelatable Reese, SPTV Grifters, the Lifeboat Survivors, which she is not one of them. So she is TLB_survivors. That's kind of sus that she would start that group, and she's not. So that's the 3rd one. The 4th one is about Lindsay Valandry, who has been very open about her struggles with addiction, and I think it's absolutely disgusting what she's done to her. From Lindsay's point of view and from her own mouth, she has said that Jamie Thomas has gone to the FBI, gone to CPS, called anybody and everybody to harass and discredit her. Not only that, is that Jamie kind of love bombed and befriended the group of Why Do You Think We Don't Like You, and also Knife Hoarder, which a lot of you know, his real name's Tom. She reached out to them fairly recently, within the last 6 months or so, and inserted herself into their lives and started love bombing them and making them feel like she really cared about them, saying, "You're my bestie," and all this, right? Then let me tell you guys, she has known about those tattoos for quite some time now. At least, weeks and weeks, at least a month or over a month. Okay. She went to them and basically gave them an ultimatum, sort of blackmail, and said, you need to do what I say or else. And then did this whole thing in conjunction with the fake SBTV Foundation thing. So I don't believe it had a lot to do with the actual tattoos. It had to do with control. She got pissy because she had set up her own little cult. And Blossom even says that she realized she had an epiphany, that this woman had kind of weaseled her way into her head and was acting like Jamie is 72 years old and she's acting like this. But she at first acted like a mentor, acted like a mother figure. What does that sound like? To me, it sounds like my cult leader that I've talked a lot about. She did the same thing. And these little mini cults can even show up in an anti-cult community. And that's why I talk about these things. That's why I talk about them, because that's what I'm here to fight against. So I want to show you, I'm not going to, name call and all that. I want to show you the receipts and from my point of view, and you guys can tell me what you think about it. Okay. So the timing of this is, as my kids would say, very sus, because I had just found out, like, I don't know, a few days before this whole thing came up. Definitely not more than a week. And she's known about this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and has not said anything. And it's really rich that I'm being accused of something that I didn't even know what it was. I had no idea what anything meant. It never dawned on me, and it hasn't been a thing. I've never seen Knife Hoarder say anything like that was remotely racist. I'm very much against racism. I'm very much against the other things I don't want to say on YouTube. And the people that know me know that the reason why I haven't been around on the weekends so much is because I'm doing some activism that combats those very same ideologies. If people need to know, I don't talk about politics. I don't push politics on people. I don't talk about it, but I do have a passion for civil rights, and especially my main thing right now. And after watching the stream just a few minutes ago, it ended maybe less than an hour ago, with Serge and those attorneys that are fighting against Scientology and are bringing up lawsuits against them for child SA that they've suffered, that the survivors have suffered. So to me, that is very, very important. So I've got a fire in my belly. I've got a bee in my bonnet about that. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I talk about. Doesn't mean that I condone other things, abuse or racism. I don't condone any of that. I don't. So whatever. I don't have to answer to Jamie Thomas. She is totally, completely unhinged, to the point where, because Blossom did not do what she wanted her to do and bow down and kiss her fate, she went behind her back and contacted her ex-husband in another state, that lives in another state, and her children. Now, I don't know where Jamie comes from, but you know what? In the real world, sometimes exes get along. Sometimes they're even best friends. And sometimes people's families adore them, like Blossom's children. So guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. They were like, what the hell is that? And let Blossom know right away. So that just shows you how low she will go, how low Jamie Thomas will go. And I'm going to, hold the phone right now, guys. I'm going to stick up for Reese. Now, I believe, contrary to some people's opinions, I believe that she loves her son dearly. I believe that she wants what's best for him. I believe she's tried to do her best. I don't agree with that one thing that I told about. And I'll say that again. But I do believe that she is redeemable. And I think that she loves her son and that she's trying to be a good mom. So that said, and I've heard it on very good authority from more than one source, that Jamie Thomas has gone and tried to harass her son and stalk him. And just like with the psychos that have tried to stalk Aaron's daughter on Facebook, that's crossing a line. That's not trolling. That is like crazy town. And I'm going to call her out. She thinks she's going to be clever, and her and I call it Pete Jensen's SPTV Foundation. He's taken credit for it at least twice. Do I think he's the one behind it? Do I think he's the only one behind it? No. Do I think Do I think Pete Johnson is the brains of the operation? Absolutely not. No. But something called putting a head on a pike, and he wants to take credit for it. I'll give him credit for it. I'll give him credit for it all day long. So if whoever is behind it, if you don't want Pete Jensen to take credit for your work, come on, let's talk about it. Show your face. What? You too cowardly? You scared? You scared? All right. Well, then Pete's going to still be the face of it then because he wanted to be. So there you have it. There you have it. Oh boy. Okay. So I told you what the groups names were. There's another group called OT42, which the PTS Discord trolls are in, and now Jamie's all over that, is what I've heard. Okay, that page is done. Okay, now I'm going to show you the screenshot. So, Jamie, not culty at all, right? See if you think this is pretty culty, guys. As TCM falsely claimed to be an ex-Scientologist. The jury's still out on that. I think she has claimed to be, or some people think she is. Other people who are ex-Scientologists that have seen her behavior think she's not. So I'm not really sure. Based on the behaviors that I've told you about, sounds like fair game to me, though, doesn't it? I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not the first person ever to be like, that's Osa, but that's kind of Osa like a lot. What do you guys think? I'm just putting it out there and see what you guys think. Okay, so she put this on, I believe it was on the Unrelatable Reese. A couple people sent me the screenshot. Excuse me. So she kicked everybody out, as far as I know. And now she's like taking applications to get back into her subreddit on Unrelatable Reese. So it says, announcement. This sub is now a private space away from grifters, scammers, and predators, including Reese, Brett, SBTV, i.e. Marilyn, Susie, Aaron, etc., and anyone who can't state unequivocally they don't support an AZI. Come on. Okay, whatever. Nor will we be making it easy for them to use us as fodder for content any longer. Oh, really? Well, that failed. As Reese, Marilyn, Aaron, and Susie have. They will just have to think of something to say without help from us. Oh, believe me, I got plenty to say, Jamie Thomas. A note to, and you can read that. I don't like to talk about that because I think it's gross and I don't support it. So maybe I can join because I don't really like myself that much of the time. So yeah, and I definitely don't support racists or any racism or anything like that. So yeah, maybe I can join. But yeah, so that's not culty, is it? And let me put this out to you guys. I don't know anything about. Yeah, it is insane, Jojo. Exactly. You got kicked out for supporting. Now, I'm not in Reddit or whatever, but let me tell you something. I want to put it out there to all of you. If you feel like you need some support, ex-lifeboaters, ex-relatable Reese supporters, whatever, if any of you know about Discord, or I'm not Discord, about Reddit and want to start a subreddit, and let me know. And I know that you're not, totally off in left field and going to fair game people and whatever. Let me know because I'll let people know. I'll let people know because I think having support is important. So especially the lifeboaters. I mean, she's got a lot of nerve starting her own little cult and all these tentacles. She wants to be in control of everything. And what do you do to stop it? You starve them. You're gray rocker. You just go do your own thing. You don't need her. You don't need to fill out that damn application. You don't need it. You can start your own, where you can think for yourself and do what you want and support who you want. And she kicked Hef out of that group when Hef was trying to reach out to survivors to help tell their story. And she came up with this crazy, what do you call it? Like tinfoil hat conspiracy. Give me a break. I know, Hef, you don't. Jamie, you don't. But we have your number now, and I'm going to make sure everybody knows. And sometime this week, I'm going to have Dianetics, Marisa, on, and we're going to talk about her experience because she was the first one to tip me off about True Clear Media and Echoplex Dave. And I think somebody else, I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but his handle, but yeah, him too. So Marisa, and I've heard from some actual witnesses to this, and I think the screenshots floating out there somewhere. If anybody has it, you can send it to me. And I haven't asked Marisa if she has it, but there was an exchange between Marisa and Jamie and Dianetics, and Marisa's very open about her heritage, and she's very proud of her heritage, that she's Mexican American. And Jamie likes to shame people and likes to make them feel, less than and dumb. And Jamie says something very racist to her about being, yeah, oh, my pearls, right? About being Mexican. She said, oh, like making her feel stupid. And like she wasn't getting her point across. She's like, asked her if English was her first language because she wasn't expressing herself in a satisfactory manner. And she's a nerve. She's a nerve to call other people that. So I haven't heard or seen certain people say anything racist. If I do, I will unsubscribe. I'm going to tell you right now, but I haven't. So, yeah, I can only speak for myself, and I certainly don't support racists. And guess what? I don't support convicted or non-convicted child SAers. And Jamie does. She came out publicly and said that Dave, Echoplex Media, is not a PDF file. Well, I think the judge would be the judge of that, the one who threw him in prison for 6 months and 3 years probation. I think he would say he's a child pred. So, and there's a lot of witnesses to that too. And I certainly have not come out and defended anything against human rights whatsoever. But she has. So, yeah. So yeah, I'll have hopefully this week sometime Dianetics on to talk about. And she was the one that knew what her name was because publicly it was said when she started her channel that her name was Jamie. And so Marisa kind of like put that in her head. I mean, Dianetics when I say Marisa. When I talk about Reese, I say Reese. So just so you know, because some of you might be confused. So I heard her say that like months and months and months ago. And when Jamie started doing videos about me and my husband and my children, that's where I draw the line. I'm usually, there's a couple other trolls who like to do tons of videos about me. Okay. And you know what? I'm in a very charitable mood. So I'm going to even say something nice about Thomas Mew Anderson. And I even said his real handle. Okay. I think that he can be objective sometimes. I mean, I don't really watch his videos, but as far as I know, he doesn't like stalk people in real life. Hopefully not. And sometimes he can be a little bit he can kind of go around something. Well, he goes around everything, but you know what I mean? Like he's not as cutthroat as Jamie is. And I think that he's kind of a lone wolf. Like I think he can't really sit with the cool trolls, but I think they tolerate him. Now, Jamie, there's a major like love-hate relationship. Right now, she is feeding the PTS Discord what they want. They are very publicly they want to control everybody's mind, their political stances, everything. And they really wanted to control this space too, and they can't. So now they're going underground and trying to control it that way. And they're just using Jamie as a puppet. And whatever, if she wants to be used, that's fine, because she's used other people. So serves her right. Yeah. So I think you guys should start your own groups. Hey, maybe I'll even join. So yeah, start your own groups. These people are sickening. Exactly. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some of your comments. I think I pretty much stated everything. Yeah, so I think there's a cult in our midst, and even with the trolls, and um, I hope that they have to go even further into oblivion, that they have to double down even more, where they're kicking out people. I mean, it's so pathetic and sad, but whatever, whatever. Let's see if I can see better without these cheater readers. Okay. Leave our huff alone. That's right. Exactly. Agreed. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way up and just get the start. Hey, Spearia, Iron Sword, good to see you. Northern Girl, hello, hello. Constance June, Anna from Canada, great to see you all. Anna from Canada, I can't believe people are still standing up for Echoplex. Makes me sick. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely disgusting. Shame on them. Shame on them. And you notice they don't mention him anymore because they realize they've been outed for defending him. And they've got a lot of effing nerve to make false claims about me when they've actually have publicly defended him. Gross. Totally gross. Hey, Keela. Good to see you, honey. Stay tuned. Keela's going to come on sometime this week, too. I can't wait to talk to her. Miss her. Hey, Jolio. Jolio. Joel, our friend. Anna from Canada, but Echoplex, sorry. What the fuck? Yes. I'm glad you said that because one thing that I heard from the interview with the attorneys that were talking to Serge and Mona, I think her name is, that they were saying how every judge in these cases, they know that the I forgot what was how to pronounce it, but the recidivism. Anyways, the that these predators, it happens again. There's no such thing as just one time. Oh, I'm sorry, I did it one time. No, statistically, most of them do it again and again and again. I don't know. Somebody can look up the percentages, but they don't believe that. They don't believe that at all. I think that there's, people can, like I said before, and I'll say it again. I was brought up not so much racist, but definitely homophobic and transphobic. And I think that is horrible. And I don't believe that way anymore. And I think people can change with education, but I don't think that Echoplex Media, Litton, or anybody like that should be in chat groups with children, which he is in Twitch. And I don't think he should be hanging around survivors of SA or cults or anything. And he was attacking not Scientology, he was attacking those that are advocating for child SA victims and also survivors of child SA themselves. So what does that tell you? It's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm just saying, and I know people disagree with me, but it's awfully strange that Dave Litton was is and was, and a lot of his supporters are such total diehard fans of Mike Render and the Aftermath Foundation and all that. Show me any time where they have come out and really made a push to defend and advocate for child SA victims in Scientology. I haven't heard of it at all. That's not a thing that they do. So maybe that makes them feel comfortable around them. Not sure, but it's sus. Totally. Hey, Northern Girl, and for Canada, there's so much unbelievable stuff going on in other spaces. That's why I'm glad to be in spaces like this. Yeah, I mean, it is perilous everywhere, even here, but I'm glad we can talk about it, and look for the signs and help each other to avoid these pitfalls of the internet, you know? Pete Jensen, of course, moved across the country to be with Aaron's ex-stalker. Pete's literally obsessed with Aaron. Really? You think so? Ugh. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show you something. I don't know if everyone's seen this. That's Pete Jensen posing as Aaron. Obsessed much? That is super, super weird. I mean, come on. These people are just a little bit off. Just a little bit. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Hey, Julie A, catching alive for a change. Awesome. Oh, my hubby's here. Hey, honey. What I do is I send him these screenshots before I come on, so it's just easy. Then I don't have to make like a PowerPoint thing. And so that's what I show you as the screenshots. And I sent these to him that we're doing today, and he's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, sorry, those are for me to show." He's like, "Oh, okay." Like, why are you sending me these? These are messed up. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Janet, we needed more. Yes, more videos of the A-frame. Yes, we will. I'll show some of those. He's got some on his channel at Free as an Eagle. I don't know if he has any new ones or not. Just scrolling down. Who else we got here? Hey, Asen. Thank you. I got this from my friend Kathy, and she's the one that gave me the Tree of Life one with the little essential oil like sponges that are different colors, so you can kind of put the background. And this is I love teal. I love any teal color. And this has like a coil in the back, like a copper coil, and I think it's supposed to be like good for you. I don't know. So yeah, supposed to help with pain and everything that ails you, I guess. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is from my friend Kathy. It's so pretty, and it's got like a little gold in it. Hey, she's here. Yay. Love you. Good. I'm glad when I go later, I usually go when you're awake in the afternoon, but sometime in the morning you're not. Well, I'm glad you're here. Jojo, nice to see you out with Marilyn. Enjoy. Yes, he came up to visit us this weekend, and we went to the gig. I ended up unlisting that video. I could put it back up. It was just very the background noise was so loud, so I wasn't sure if we really should have it, still on my channel, but I did unlist it. But I can put it back up if by popular demand. He said, comment, you are not torturing your kids, quite the opposite. They steal your ketchup. Yeah. They're always here. I know. I hear from my kids every day. We're very tight. And I don't really tell them what's said because they would go after the trolls themselves, and I don't want to put them through that. So, yeah. Oh, what now? Jojo point 2, please do obey. Stay Spirit. The punishments can be severe as survivor. So far, Stay Spirit's wrath. I could testify. He made me read that. Jeez. Everybody loves the back and forth with my snarky mods. I love it. Kelia, me too. Oh, Keela. I call it Kelia. Keela McDonald, me too. Marilyn, I asked her to leave my bad video up and my good one. She's a good person. Yeah, well, at first, I mean, the AI wasn't so good to me at first, and I asked her to take one down, which she did, and then I think she took the other ones. But yeah, in retrospect, I think it was just because I wasn't used to hearing a certain word that AI chose, which is the C word. But now it's like, because I have so many British friends, but there's a difference in trolling and absolute harassment. And yeah, that's what Jamie is doing is completely unacceptable. Completely that's very Osa like, actually going and contacting loved ones and workplaces and under stock accounts and stuff. Yeah. I used to watch the Brady. Oh, and you're in Canada, so they have it in Canada. Funny. Hey, girl in the dark. Thank you so much for popping in. Power Lies, great to see you, friend. Been a little while. I know, right? I couldn't keep track of it. I was just like, I am who I am. I have a Marilyn Honig one that I don't use anymore because I use this one. But Yeah, I just can't imagine doing that. Hey George, long time no see. Oh, these two together, man, they have get in these very deep conversations and they talk politics and all that. And I'm just like, bye. Good. Now you have somebody to talk to, Dunk. I love it. Yeah, so we did talk about this Sale Bell STCM falsely. Um, I'll get back to you on that. I'm not sure. I think so. I think she claims to be, but I'm not positive on that. So I'm not gonna just, say yes or no. I'm not sure. But like I said, I've talked to some ex-Scientologists that don't think she is. Um, because they look at the signs, but they haven't said she's not OSA. So, and if she's not, she's definitely, I think, being used by OSA, you know? Right, Stace Spear, Baby JT should, meaning Jamie Thomas, should take up a hobby that isn't wasting the time of the authorities. I know. Yeah, exactly. Do they not have a life? I know. It's really sad. It's really sad. Asen, holy hell, she must have too much time on her hands or is a deeply disturbed and sad person. Yeah. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. Yeah. Sounds like grooming. Yes, the love bombing and all that. Yeah, I mean, she must have some appeal, like, some charismatic type qualities that gets people to listen to her at first, and then she flips the switch, you know? She wants to control everything and everybody around her. So, I think the best thing is just abandon her. You can make your own Reddit group if you need to. Hold the phone. Reddit is a cesspool for the most part. Yeah, that's what I've heard. My husband does he has a couple Reddit groups that he goes on. I think I had a crocheting one time. Not I had one, but I used to look at one. Um, but yeah, that was a while ago. I mean, it can, it's just like Discord. It can be used for good or for evil, one of those mediums, I guess. But some have certain bents and certain like bad reputations. So yeah, I guess it's what you make of it. But I'm not really all that into it at all. Constance June, she attacks people, and then when they stand up for themselves, she says she is 70 and people are doing, oh, elders, yeah, yeah, yeah. Really? Then if you can't play with the big dogs, then don't show up, Just saying. Says high control springs up anywhere and everywhere. Right, anywhere there are humans, right? All you really need is one person who wants power over others for it to start. 100%. Yeah, you are correct. Asen, controlling Tom, that's adorable. Like, I comment on his short today. Everybody does stupid things as a young person. I married a shitbag. Yeah, I hear ya. You can change your mind and grow, but once a PDF, always a PDF. Yeah, exactly. Right there. That's how I feel too. Hey Raquel, great to see you. Or Rochelle. Some people call you Rochelle, some people call you Raquel. I gotta get that straight, but I just like to say Raquel. But I'll change it if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Okay, Keila. Shame on you for making this world a better place. Not all heroes wear capes. Aw, thank you. And I feel the same way about you, Keila. I do. You are wonderful. And you're so strong. Yeah. Pause for Surge stream was great. I know it was. It was. And I wanted to mention also about Blossom, about why do you think we don't like you? She was the one who did some really great sleuthing, found out, and I actually talked to one of my lawyer friends, was like, whoever found that article, the very obscure article from was it the Brattleboro Reformer? It was one of those trying to remember the newspaper article. But anyways, that article that talked about how Brett had been charged and convicted with SA, and that kind of helped tip me off to like say, okay, this really, really helped a lot because it gave a time frame so that when I went to the, called the court, I called like 5 different numbers and finally got the right person. And they were able to use the information from that article and also from the Vermont Crime Center, that I had that one thing that I obtained from them, to piece it all together in order to get those affidavits. So I think she's done some great work. I think she definitely means well. Again, we don't agree on everything and everybody, but after hearing her story and what she's gone through with Jamie Thomas, and I got her permission to say as much as I have said, it's so wrong how she's been treated and her family, and for her to be harassed and her children to be harassed and her ex-husband. I'm going to speak out about it because these trolls have gone too far. And Pete Jensen and all the other cowards behind the scenes, you talk about human rights. You talk about what's right and wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong, going after people's families and people's children. And don't preach to me about what's right and true when you all are defending a PDF. You know what? So burns my biscuits. Totally. Suspiria, wait. Jamie Thomas pulled a Scientology move. They were contacting LA protesters, family members. Yeesh. Yep. Just right from the same playbook. Leave people's kids alone. For fuck's sake. Yeah, exactly. One woman. IOSA, independent OSA. Yeah. That's what Doug Kramer used to call them. The OSA wannabes, or the ex OSAs, or whatever, the independent OSAs, IOSA. Girl, I absolutely like Knife Hoarder. I do have to say, I don't always agree with the things he says, but he won't always agree with everyone on everything. Yeah, and we agreed from the very beginning. I did not like Jamie, and he knew it, and he did not like, and probably still doesn't. I don't care. It doesn't like Aaron, and I knew it. It was like, hey, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to like everybody I like. George, the answer to that is no. That was Chichikana, that, or something like that, that was harassing and stalking Aaron's. It was, I believe, it from somebody from the DOA camp. Pretty sure. Hey, I know nothing about the Scientology stuff. I was raised in a Catholic family, but I have my own beliefs now. I'm here because Marilyn's always been a sweetheart to me, and so have you. I'm so glad you're here. And please don't turn out to be a sympathizer. I'm sure you're not. But yeah, I mean, yeah, people have their past, and as long as they don't believe that way now, as long as they're not pushing that, I'm not the thought police, but I certainly don't support that, and I won't defend it at all whatsoever. Paralyzed fair game is done to make a person look crazy and dismissible. Yeah, I don't know how much I can say. Because I didn't ask permission to say exactly or to share what was said, but suffice it to say that Jamie is contacting people's families and other people that are, in some ways in their lives, and basically accusing their loved one or their friend or their employee of being being completely psychotic and insane. Also, I've seen the tactics that they use to plant things into people's heads. Did you know, blah blah blah, or do you think, or I've observed this, and to try to get them to be like, oh, tell all. Some people's ex-spouses have done that, but and Jamie's contacted people's exes before, and she got rewarded for it. This time she came up empty. Thank goodness. But that is a very good point, Powerlies. Hey, Beachcomber. Hi, all. Yep, sounds very fair game-ish. Also, a personality flaw. Yeah, I think probably both. Either way, she's not nice. Nope. No, it's just nasty. Oh my god, just a turn on people. Gosh, I sure hope Reddit doesn't kick me out. Well, if you're in any of her Reddits, you probably will for just for being in my chat. Just for being in my chat, I'm sure you will be. But hey, I hope somebody makes more Reddits to replace hers because hers are she's not playing with a full deck. She's not playing nice. She's not playing fair. So yeah, I hope somebody else makes um, Reddits to replace, especially the lifeboat. I think that's just really weird that she would make a lifeboat survivor group when she's not even a lifeboat survivor. Very sus. Anna from Canada, people who moderate on the Reddit Scientology channels are wannabe second gens. Yeah, well, they are. I think they're definitely wannabe narrative controllers. That's for sure. Yeah, they don't play nice at all. Seal Bill. Jamie specifically mentioned Holocaust deniers. Dave Litton had a Holocaust denier, Andy Nolch, on his podcast 3 times. Wow. Okay. I'm just striking a pose so that I can screenshot that. Thank you for sharing that. I completely forgotten about that. Yeah. What do you think about that? As far as I know, I haven't had any of those on my channel, you know? And if I did, I would take it down for sure. But yeah, I don't hear him renouncing that or even his conviction and his terrible behavior. He's just like, well, details aren't important. That's in the past. I I just burned it with my partner. I'm like, that's not in the past because there's no such thing. No such thing when it comes to that. This is like elementary school, except we all have the internet. Yep. Yep. George, use as fodder. Hypocrisy. Yeah. Her entire content is using Aaron and his supporters as fodder. Yep. 100%. Okay, I think this sums it up. She's batshit crazy. Leave it to Hef to always just she cuts to the quick. She just sums it right up. Yeah. Yeah. Leave our Hef alone. Yeah. Anybody messes with her, it's over. Game over. Oh, the conspiracy theory. Yeah. When you were in the Reddit, act like reaching out to people, right? And you said, because it was right before you went on with me, and I'm sure she was upset about that. So what I've heard from people that were in there at the time and have left since has said that it was because she was making up this whole conspiracy theory that you were in there trying to get people to reach out to you so that you could send them to me and I could dox them or some crazy shit like that. It's like, okay, whatever. That maybe she would do that. That's why she comes up with these crazy schemes is in these conspiracy theories because that's what she would do. And that's what she does. So yeah, that was the conspiracy theory she made up. It's insane. Sorry, just scrolling here. Jason, so the person who does all the fake outrage about racism is racist herself. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. She projects on other people. That's what she does. Violet, TCM is a super control freak. God. I hope she doesn't have children. She's saying I'm an abuser. She's a fucking abuser. These people are sickening. Yes, they are. Absolutely are. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down. Hey, just saying, thank you for your support and service to groups who need help. I'm in that season of life as an older woman. Yeah, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm getting up there myself. But to accuse people of elder abuse when you're out there abusing other people and then using it as an excuse, that's where I draw the line with Jamie. And that's the only reason why I brought up her age. So they aren't worth the $5. I'm not sure what the $5 is, but yeah. Hey, Jenny's here. Hey, good to see you. I noticed that this morning, Jenny, you made a comment on the SPTV Foundation. I think it was the comment thread that Knife Hoarder had written on their video, and I noticed that TCM, we'll call her, that Jamie had commented on yours and said something completely outrageous. And I'm like, she's still trying to spin the same. Oh, I know what it was like saying that that Tom had never been to prison. I was like, how do you know that? Like, she's a weird, creepy, weird stalker. And he addressed that this morning on his in his own special way on his video. And you know what? I haven't talked to him all weekend. I don't know where he's at. Like, that's the thing is like I get blamed for other people, what they do. I'm like, they don't want to be blamed for me, I'm sure, because I'm a lot. And I do my own thing. I usually don't even tell ask Giorgio and Staceperia and all the mods. I mean, did you know I was coming on until I basically made the thumbnail? Probably not, I hadn't told anybody till this morning. He said, I bet he would rather be with Aaron than Aaron's ex. I think he wants to be Aaron. Very weird. Okay, I'm not sure. Try to reread things before I pull them up. Constitute. I looked up based on Dave's profile and it said most dangerous for repeating. Plus repeat offenders, right. Plus they said 15 years plus from conviction is higher risk than 5 years. So using 20 years as an excuse is wrong. Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Joe Raz, this is a nice community. I used to be major lurker of Maryland, still am, but I will say hi and comment now. I feel safe. I'm so glad. I love when lurkers come out and they feel comfortable chatting. It's awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Joe Raz. Yeah, Giorgio. Stace, maybe you should come back here. Like, don't make me go back there. Stop starting your own nonsense, George. That's too funny. Hey, pizza. Great to see you. David. Good to see you. Oh, I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up. Hey there, Duncan. Thanks for being such a great host this weekend. I really enjoyed my visit. Thank Kathy for the invite. Yes. Kathy's a sweetheart. She's like, where's George? Have George come. And she saw him. She's just like, what did she say? Like cool gravy or something. She's a hippie. She's awesome. She's the one that gives me all these very cool necklaces. What's an OSA? Very, very good question. It stands for, somebody in the chat probably told you, but stands for Office of Special Affairs. And it's like the fake CIA of Scientology. And they do some really, they basically call it their Office of Dirty Tricks. And anybody that speaks out against Scientology or leaves Scientology and speaks out, they disconnect, but they also will go after you. And they'll just use these dirty tactics. There's all kinds of things that they've done, even hiring private eyes to harass and stalk their ex-members. Even David Miscavige, who is the leader of Scientology since LRH died, his own father was harassed and stalked by them. Really, really sick. Oh, she did. Okay, I didn't know that. She has said many times she's an ex-Scientologist. It was even on her Reddit profile. Okay, so maybe she is. I don't know. Shows how much I read Reddit. I don't. And I enjoy Stace and George's banter. Yeah. Yeah, they're funny. I love them. Comment. Yep, age doesn't always come with wisdom. That is true. Wisdom doesn't always come with age, right? Either way, vice versa. Violet, so Reddit is her job. Yeah, and she complains. This is what I've heard too. Is this is what Marlene used to do? It was like she'd insert herself into your life. She'd try to control you, and then she'd be like, make you feel guilty about it. Like, I've given my life's blood for this flock, and nobody appreciates, and nobody wants to listen to me. No, nobody does. You're absolutely right. Nobody wants to listen to you, Jamie, and we don't care. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you to make 4 subreddits and control the hell out of them. Nobody asked you to do that. And yeah, she has nothing better to do. This person. So this is her name is Jamie Thomas. She's goes by True Clear Media, TCM. True Clear Media 1 and 2. She's Blue Ridge Speaks. If you've ever been on Reddit and any of the SPTV or any kind of groups that you've probably seen her handle. And she's a troll and she's a stalker and she's really unhinged and she's harassing and stalking people, being nasty. Hey, Heat, gonna do some work around the house. Is nice hangout. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah. Anyone stalking kids is off their rocker. 100%. Super gross. Jojo, I would report that person to law enforcement for harassment if they did that to people in my life. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Hey, Sophie, great to see you, honey. Man, what is wrong with these people? Yeah. I don't know, but what do you think, Soph? You think, does it seem like OSA to you or IOSA or something? It does to me. That's what she said. I'm glad to see people standing up against these monsters. Sometime back, I remember catching a few minutes of Echoplex and his co-conspirators. Horrific. Mike Rinder was subscribed to these people. No excuse. Yes, he was publicly subscribed to him. And he reached out to him in the last weeks of his life. Really sad. He says, I'm not a sympathizer for racism. Offenders. Yep. Or any of it. Right. Same here. Same here. I love the living things in this planet that we're on. I like that. Hey, Kazri. Yeah, you might want to just go back and I kind of give a little overview in the beginning. So if you go back and see like the first 5 minutes, I think I try to catch people up, bring them up to speed. Online trolls are acting culty AF. There you go. Exactly. That's it in a nutshell. Just like I've said, batshit crazy. That's it in a nutshell. Yep. See, that's it. Exactly. It just got here. I was wondering what we're talking about. I've said she's batshit crazy. I pretty much know from that. Yep. Just ask Hef. She needs to dust off her channel and just have like a little segment. Just ask Hef, right? Come on, Hef. You got to do it. You got to do it. Sophia, often find that those who shout the loudest normally are hiding the most. Yep, 100% on that one. Agreed. Facebook group. Thank you, Stace. Appreciate that. Oh, trolley. Okay, got it. Trolley. Yeah, I get it now. Forces delightful nature. Do they feel better about themselves when they hurt other people's feelings and stirring up lives? That's pathetic. That's not the same as holding people accountable, if that is their intention. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's, even in like war, there's rules, right? And if you cross the line, even the people that were on your side, hopefully will be like, distant, like, no, like, and then unfortunately they become the targets of that kind of very stalkerish, unhinged behavior. Yeah, it's gross. Stace, when will people learn you blame George Massey for everything? Now, okay. Everything's George's fault in this space. Yep. Did Maz just say cool grape? Yes, that's what I think that's what my friend Kathy said when she saw George. Cool gravy. Oh my god, thank you so much, Anna. That's really sweet of you. It's raining cups. Hallelujah. It's raining cups. Amen. Thank you. Yay. And a seal clap. I love getting new members. Appreciate that. And if you got a new membership from a gifted membership from Anna, please say thank you. Thank you for making more cups. Yeah. Ah, you're a sweetheart. You've been with me since the very beginning. I appreciate you. Constance, just because one claims to be an ex-Scientologist doesn't mean they were. Hate to say I'm suspicious that she was. Yeah. I guess the jury's still out on that one. Question, do you have Reddit? I don't have the app or anything. I might have an account. I couldn't even remember. I'm trying to think. Um, yeah, I think I do have an account. I don't know if it's still up or not. I'll have to look. I'm not sure. I have read like there's some public things that you can read without an account. So I don't even know if I'm like logged into anything. So yeah. Who knows? Maybe some is that what your channel? Yeah. Yeah. Joel, if I had hair, which I don't, I would like it to look like Stacey Furious. Yes, her hair is beautiful. I love all the different colors. I agree. She does have some great hair. Yeah. Is Reddit okay? Well, I think it can be, and it can be used for good or for evil. You know, I think it does have kind of a bad reputation, but I don't think it's all bad. I guess that's yeah, how I feel about it. Okay, going to oh, thank you, Kelly Artology, new member. Thank you so much for joining. Knife Hoarder has been such a good friend to me. He helped me through some really dark days. I don't agree with all of what he says, but I'm an adult and I can pick my own beliefs. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I haven't seen any evidence of him being, you know, in real time now. You know, maybe he was 25 years ago when he got the tattoos, but I haven't seen any of it. So I don't know. I can't speak to that. I don't believe in it and I don't support it, but he's not a convicted child pred like some people that are being defended by the very people that are going after him. So I think that's super gross. Super gross. Yes. Yes. She's at least 72. Hmm. She's in her 70s. Hey, Ben Bacon Bets. Yes. I find good and bad on Reddit. Yep. House guest. Yes. I can't wait to move too. I hope you move closer to me. That would be awesome. Hair is overrated. That's true. Mine's thinning out a lot. Tom said, hello. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Oh, you've been waiting for your soul. You get another one then. You waited so patiently. That's awesome. Janet from Another Planet. I was in SBTV Unvarnished and read at one time at one time. Couldn't believe what I was reading. So I typed in, "Oh my God, stop." I got reprimanded and put on a timeout. Didn't know you couldn't tell them to stop. Oh no. You can't have your own opinion? Of course not. And that's not culty, right? Boston is an option. Yes. I can't wait. Giorgio's clapping too. Hey, see you later, Joel. See you down the road. Hope that all good things find you. Remember, be kind. Kindness will save the world. Yes, I love that. Yes, have a nice day. Okay, guys, what do you think? We started the week off with a bang. I wasn't sure what we were going to talk about. I still have some things that I ended up putting off last week. I'm excited about some upcoming interviews. We're going to speak with our friend Keela and of Mental Health Matters to Us. I told her just pick the topic. We'll talk about whatever is on her heart and mind and whatever she wants to talk about. There's lots of great things that she has been talking about. I think it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and she has been talking about her health journey, and she's a very, very strong person. So I would definitely keep in touch about that. I will let you guys know when we decide to do that stream, and also Dianetics. So I'm excited about that as well. We need to get states to move to the state. Yes, Northeast. Yes. I know. And Kelly, I want her to move out here too. Oh, I don't know about this. Can't wait. I can drive to Boston to pick you up and drive you over to Maryland's. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't know. She might rather take the bus or drive herself. I thought George was Oh, Jersey George. Yes. He's he's from the UK originally. He loves when I call him Jersey George. He's just like, stop. Hey, you act up too. So can I. You know? Oh, you're at Alan's. You're in a car wash? Oh, funny. I love it. I was getting you all to move over there. Well, some days I feel like it. Yeah. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to play my boys as an outro. There it is. All right, everybody have a good day. Anybody wants to get a hold of me, you can email me at coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. And thanks for being here. If you're on the replay, please hit the like button and shoot me a little comment. I read them all, even the bad ones. I read them. So everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Zenu Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.